Alrighty, let's do this. You're starting, remember?
I'm starting?
Uh-huh.
What do I say?
You're saying your name, and then I'm saying my name,
Okay.
and then you're saying the name of our channel, and then I'm going to say stuff about where we are, and then you're going to say stuff about
I got
the
it.
Depression.
What year was it built?
We're going to get into all that later.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Between 36 and 38. And action.
Hey, how are we doing today? It's Eric.
No, we're not asking people how they're doing. They can't answer us.
What do you want to say?
Hey friends, that's what
Okay.
we say. Okay, and 3, 2.
Hey, friends. What do you want to say?
Your name.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Hey, friends, it's Eric.
And Allison.
From Cascadian.
We are here today at Mount Hood in Oregon, Timberline Lodge. Said that out of order, that's okay. We're at Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood in Oregon. That's the order that it should have been. And we came up here for a visit to the lodge because we usually come up here about once a year and haven't been in quite a while.
And it's actually an absolutely perfect bluebird day up here.
Yes. It's very warm. In fact, it's warmer here than it is at our home. And we had to drive, what, like an hour to get here?
About an hour, yeah.
So that's kind of a weird thing, though. Just want to comment on that real quick because growing up, Eric and I both grew up in Oregon and spent every winter coming up to the mountain separately. We didn't know each other then. But I remember coming up here as a little kid and having the snowbanks being taller than me all the way up to the eaves of the building or higher with long icicles everywhere. And they would have the entranceways carved out of the snow so we could get into the building. And it is just not like that anymore. So I'm sure you saw the footage of the mountain as we were coming up, and it's pretty bare. It's
mid-January right
way
now.
Into the season.
It should be much, much deeper. And in fact, when I was in high school, I learned how to ski on this mountain, and up there, we'll show you footage later, is actually Palmer Glacier. It's one of the few places that you can ski year-round in the United States. And I was actually a ski instructor up here, and I've been on Mount Hood, I've been on Timberline Lodge hundreds and hundreds of times, and I've never seen it this bare mid-January. So pray for snow.
But somebody still managed to make a snowman, so we're making the most of it. That's okay. We're going to go inside and tell you all about this fascinating, historical, iconic landmark in the United States.
This is a place that actually multiple movies have been filmed at, and one we'll talk about a little bit later.
So come inside and we're going to show you around and give you some fun facts about this very cool place. So cute. Too bad there's no baby goats to play with here. That would just make it perfect. This rustic lodge was built between 1936 and 1938 as a works progress administration under the President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal to create jobs.
Over 500 workers handcrafted this whole building in here using local timber, local rocks in the Cascadian style of architecture. It was all, I mean, just imagine hauling all these rocks from different parts of the mountain up here, handcrafting everything.
President Roosevelt personally dedicated this space in 1937, calling it a monument to the skill and faithful performance of the workers. This is an example of some of the textiles in the lodge that were, I assume, hand created or on a loom or something a long, long time ago, like almost 100 years ago. But I was in interior design school, and one of the classes I had was a textiles class, and my instructor is one of the people who volunteers her time to mend and repair all the textiles and keep them authentic. And they do it all by hand, and it's just incredible work. So there's a lot of detail and texture and a lot of hours spent and love on making this authentic and keeping that spirit alive. So just wanted to point that out. These carvings, look at these beams and these carvings. Each of these was created by WPA workers who were part of a nationwide effort to put Americans back to work. All of it's done by hand. It's just extraordinary. The outside of the building might have looked familiar, and that's because this is where the exterior shots of The Shining from 1980 were filmed. Stanley Kubrick was the director, and Jack Nicholson was one of the stars of that movie, the main guy really. But the interior might look a lot different than the actual spooky hotel in the movie, because they did not shoot the interior here. They had sets set up in England for that. While it's most well known for The Shining being filmed here, there were several films done here over the years. Starting as early as 1952, there have been 5 films that I'm aware of. One of them was The Bend of the River, and then All the Young Men was shot in 1960. We also had The Lost Horizon in 1973. Oh, and Hear No Evil in 1993. And then in 1941, Jingle Bells was also filmed at Timberline. And it looks like our table's ready. See you over there. Bye. Okay. This is the famous, world famous hot chocolate. It's unleaded. It's just for all ages. Covered in chocolate and caramel and toffee bits. I've had peppermint bits before, so I think that also the peppermint patty, which has the peppermint. But anyway, it's really, really yummy. It's going to make me feel sick, I'm sure, but I have to have it. And I also want to point out that while we're sitting here enjoying this yummy hot chocolate, look out the window across from our table. This is our view. Show. Cheers. There's all kinds of goodies there at the bottom. Look at that cupola. I said, look at that cupola. This was the setting for The Shining. Only the exterior, though.